am going to work in my magazine Idea Playground art journal. And the page that I'm going to do today is going to be right up here at the front. Before I do that, I want to tell you I have been working in this. I numbered all my pages. Yes, I did. I numbered every one of them. I created an index kind of in the middle of the back. Why there? Because that's where I had these blank pages. And I even skipped around on them. Like I have mind mapping here, and then I skip all these pages because they have images, and I go to some mind mapping there. So nothing is in order. These are all my index pages here. You can see if I make a mistake, I just paint it out. This is just my playground. I have 825 pages in here. That seems like an awful lot. But you know what? Once you get working in it, and once you get like this mind mapping that I'm doing is taking several pages. I'm not ready to show it to you yet. I just kind of want to present it all at once. So the page I'm going to work on today is really more of an art journal page, but it belongs in this journal. I got the idea from Lori Richardson Haley. Thank you, Lori. When she saw me present this magazine, and I believe it was when I repaired the spine and I had it all together like this, Lori said to me, as Dede would say, you better get crack-a-lackin'. And I love that. Dede says that a lot. You better get crack-a-lackin'. I am going to do a quote page of Dede Williamson. I kind of sketched it out here in pencil so I know where I'm going with it. But it's also going to be a dedication page. I have some images over here. I think I'm going to paint the first two out and keep the American flag. And this looks like a stagecoach. And I might keep that because that reminds me of crack-a-lackin'. And I'm going to bring those colors out over this way. Dede does this thing where she swoops across the page like this, if you watch her. And I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to kind of swoop across the page. I'm going to do some finger painting here. But I also I went out to Dede's YouTube channel, and she's got a little picture of her, and I kind of did a caricature of it. And it's just a little, this reminds me of Dede face. And then up here, I have better get crack-a-lackin'. So this is going to be a dedication page for saying, Dede, thank you for this project. I might do some writing in here to say this journal is dedicated to Dede, who so freely shares all her ideas. She puts them out there so that we can take advantage of them. So I'm going to get crack-a-lackin' on this page. When I'm finished, I'll come back and chat about it. Here is my finished page, sort of semi-finished. There's more I want to do to this, but the paint's still kind of wet. I'm going to let it dry for the night. I want to bring out the darkness in my dedication right here. I just used the big pen to write it. And I just did a little caricature. I wouldn't really call this a portrait of Dede. It's just, I look at it and it reminds me of her. And here's the quote, "Better get crack-a-lackin'," and I just kind of brushed that on with my paintbrush. I used my fine line paint applicator to give a border, and I brought out the stripes here of the American flag, and I like that because it goes so good with Dede's hair and the white shirt. That when I think of Dede Willingham, I think of her in this white shirt. So I'm not sure about the color of Dede's eyes, but I just left them a dark color. So I like this. I think it's really fun. I'd like to come in here and put some stars on this page, maybe some white stars to go with the stars in the flag. Maybe just play with it a little bit more. I did have some trouble with the page getting too wet, but I took Dede's advice and I just used some mailing tape. This is just a magazine art journal. I used mailing tape over here and some washi tape in here. And I used this black and white checked washi tape. And I kind of like that under there. I kind of like that technique. I might do that. I might do that as a technique later on. So I'm not sure I'm completely done with this page. I might come back and work on it some more. Like I said, I'm thinking I'd like to put some white stars up in here. Maybe a white star on her shirt as a monogram, something like that. And I think on these other pages, I'm going to do something. I'm not sure exactly what, but I want to journal in here about a magazine idea playground is, and the meaning behind this whole thing and how I'm using it for myself. I'm waiting for my computer to process my other videos. I went ahead and did some more work on this page. I just felt like it was not finished yet. I did white outlining around these letters and put in my white stars, just the outline of white stars. Took my black fine liner and wrote the dedication. Black fine liner's kind of juicy, but that's okay. I know what it says. It says, "This magazine idea playground art journal is dedicated to Dede Willingham. Thank you for sharing your ideas, techniques, and inspiration. June 25th, 2017, Meridel Abrams." So I'm really happy with this. I'm happy with it in the end. Look, I've got a star down here. Because Dede's a star. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.